But when the mic drop moment happened, when he had Bad Times on, and Anita Baker comes in, and it doesn't sound like somebody trying to run a 45 on top of a. When we met, and Bad Times, boom, 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 boom. When he did the drop down, and the drop down came, I'll never forget it. When it said on the buyer, that's when the 33 said and it was what we call a SMD mix. We won't say what that stands for because my man is saved now. But these two tunes are riding. And when it dropped down to 33, because no DJ had been on 45 and cut the tempo in half, boom, just like that. And the mix off, it was over. It was over. It was over.
And not just that. Once I dropped it down, when it got back to her vocal, I hit it back to 45 RPM.
Yep.
So it went back
Yep.
to where it was, and it's still right. So the whole trick of it was, I'm gonna take these two tunes that are pitched perfectly. They're in the beats are matched up perfectly. I'm gonna drop them down to 33, and then I'm gonna put them back at 45 and not miss a beat. Everything is gonna. So when I put it back up and she went, everybody, I remember that part. Everybody's hands went up.
It was. I've never seen one mix in the DJ battle. Right? You forgot what you heard before. You didn't need to hear nothing after. It was like. It was mixing, right? I didn't say it was, he put, backflip, turn, it wasn't all of that. And so it was a huge validation that you could mix. If you were so sweet in the mix, in the blend, you could actually compete and overcome a Gary Chandler, right? Because if it was a scratching battle, Gary was winning the cut battle on the cut. It was classic Gary Chandler, and Gary's mixing was hot. The whole thing was hot, right? And Al Esther was in the competition, Al's mixes was hot. This is hot Al. He dancing, record coming all over, boom. He quick dropping. It was the Al Esther I fell in love with. Like I'm talking about my Al Esther, and I'm on Terrence's team because I'm there in support of Terrence. But really, I had a three-way. It was a three-way problem. It was Al, Terrence, and Gary. For me, that was the clear cut. And it was other DJs in there that was decent. Daryl Dyer. It was I can't remember everybody that was in it, but that was the highlight. You know what I mean? Almost like it was gonna go to me. But when you was like, man, dang, it wasn't like Al was horrible, Gary was horrible. Nah. The contestants was hot. They was hot. And it was like, okay, what's going to happen? And I'm biased because I'm Terrence's boy. I didn't even know Gary back then. But when the Anita Baker Bad Times thing came and it slowed down and it sped back up, it was, oh my goodness, right? And so your fans now, your young fans, they don't know anything about it.
They don't know anything about that.
And that can't be done because Terrence spins on CDJs now. So that can't be done anymore.
Right. Yeah.
It can't be done. It can't be duplicated.
Not on CDJs.
Not on CDJs. So we're going to demonstrate that, but I literally have to pull the records out, and it can't be done on other 12. It has to be done on 1200s.
It has to be done on 1200s.
Because those hit immediately. So anyway, that's a piece of history, Terrence, and that goes with practice. That goes with thought. You talking about the nanotrometer on the thing?
But that's how my mind was processing it. And you want to know what's crazy that I remember about that night?
What?
God bless him. He said, I don't know, but I was, because both myself and Al, he said, well, I figured either you or Al was gonna win. So I had the printer make up both, but Ray Berry was one of the judges. And for people that don't know, Ray Berry was also a legendary DJ in Detroit. And he was known for like scratching with his shoe. He was doing a lot of stuff. he told me at the end of the night, he said, man, it was close.
Yep.
He said, man, it was. He said, I'm gonna tell you. He said, man, it was close.
Yep.
He said, but the thing that you need to know is, he said, the thing you need to know is that Anita Baker Bad Times mix is what did it for you.
Yeah.
That's the thing that put you over the top.
It put over the top. Yeah. It was questionable, but when Anita Baker Bad Times hit, it was like we can go home now. It was like we could have went home. I would have been okay had either Gary or Al won. Had you not done Anita Baker Bad Times, it was close.